I must admit, I never realized how difficult it's going to be to speak after Modi ji. I'm I'm feeling very overwhelmed. Modi ji, thank you so much for all the wonderful things you said about Ramnath ji, about my grandfather. He's 35 years since he's passed, and I still learn something about him every time somebody speaks about him. So thank you so much for that. I think there will never be a better moment than today to recall my first ever interaction with Modi ji. I was all of 14 years old. He had invited several leading educators across India to discuss the future of education in Gujarat. One of them happened to be my mother, and so she asked me to tag along. And I remember telling her after the event that I was so surprised throughout the 4-hour plus discussion with hundreds of educators that Modi ji had, just how patiently and attentively the Chief Minister sat through and listened. And I think that is still so true today. It's over 25 odd years that I have seen him, whether he's listening or whether he's speaking, I have never known him to be in a rush. He's always 100% present. He's giving his full attention to whoever he's interacting with. And I find that just incredible given just how much we all know he gets done in 24 hours. Thank you, Modi ji. In an age of attention spans defined by Instagram Reels, you took the time to share your heart and soul and mind with us for 40 minutes. You said many thought-provoking things. You've spoken about how Indian economy has been resilient through, in the face of global despondency. How we shouldn't view India only as an emerging market, but as an emerging model. You've given, I think Raj will be spoiled for headlines tomorrow morning because you've given many. You've given Democracy Delivers, Vikas, Vikas, and Sirf Vikas. You've spoken about the emotional side to an election campaign. And most importantly, I think the importance to dismantle the colonialism in our thoughts that the British kind of downloaded 150 years ago, and remember the pride in our culture. मोदी जी, आपने भाषा की बात की तो एक ऑफ स्क्रिप्ट जो मुझे याद आ रहा है, मैं आपको I can't resist sharing. English, Spanish, there are many languages that kind of spread around the world after economic and military conquest. There was a period in time where all of Asia got Sanskritized. Kandahar was Gandhara, Singapore, Singapura. All of that happened without any military conquest. It was just with the power of ideas. It was a power of soft power. The Prime Minister, I must formally thank you, my father and I, all our colleagues. Thank you for the lovely tribute you've made to my grandfather, so deeply felt and deeply thought. I think it's important to mention that we are all passionate for Ramnath Goenka's journalism, not only because that is our legacy, that is our inheritance. We are passionate for it because we believe that today, more so than ever, it is what a healthy society needs. We are seeing societies around the world and so torn, so dangerously polarized. Ramnath Goenka's journalism was patriotic, courageous, it was honest, but I think what drove him most was a belief that a newspaper's role is to be balanced and show all perspectives. Its job is to earn the trust of every Indian reader. If I can borrow the Prime Minister's phrase, I think Ramnath ji believed that a newspaper must have sabka vishwas. Many in my industry would dismiss balance and fairness as boring and unviable. I think our growth as a newspaper group and one of the world's largest digital news organizations, reaching over 200 million users a month today, shows that there is indeed a large audience for balance and objectivity. The other memory I have from my first meeting with the Prime Minister is that he's a leader with very strong convictions. And that's another aspect about him that hasn't changed. And one of his convictions we saw today was really his belief in the potency of soft power. It is especially important today when the world seems to be all about hard power, all about coercion, about negotiating with carrots and sticks and transactional relationships. Under your leadership, Prime Minister, we see a government which acknowledges the equally important hand in building a nation that soft power has to hard power. That along with military and economic might, the soft power of brand India is equally important. That from our culture, our heritage, and our 1.4 billion stories to yoga and even his favorite moringa paratha, all of this is equally important for if India is to lead in the world. I think a testament to that soft power is the range of guests we have with us this evening, from culture to judiciary, from politics to business. Thank you all of you for being here and making time. I'd also, I think, end by extending my gratitude to our sponsors. Our old friends, Yatin and Karan, 361 are presenting sponsors. Thank you all so much. And to all our sponsors whose names you've been seeing somewhere here for a long time now. And to everyone at the Prime Minister's office and the SPG who helped make this a smooth evening. This Prime Minister, he is famously so busy and so active. I'm sure that he has the ability to keep his team also motivated to be just as nimble and on their feet. Thank you all so much for being here. After the Prime Minister leaves, I invite all of you to please join us for dinner. Thank you so much.